Oh, hey. All right, hey everybody, welcome to Kerbal Space Program 2. Yeah. All right, let me shut the music off. Boom. There we go. So the question was, what is Kerbal Space Program 2? So Kerbal Space Program is a real physics rocketry game. You build and design rockets. Let me get the game started here. You build and execute space flights. You build rockets, putting in all the rocket pieces together, and do all the calculations to achieve orbit or to, get yourself to the moon. In this case, it's not really the moon, it's called the mun. Let's see, is this going to kick off? KSP2, it should. Boom, there we go. All right, so we're in game. This is early access, so they don't have everything in the game yet. There are some stuff that Kerbal Space Program 2 does not have that Kerbal Space Program 1 does. The big difference is the graphics are much, much better in this one. We're going to start a new campaign. Where do I do new campaign? Delete campaign. I want to start a new one. Campaign. Single player. Oh, right there. Start a new campaign. All right. So in the first one, the campaign, what it would do is allow you to you had a tech tree, and the more science you did, the more you unlocked your tech tree, and the tech tree would unlock, I want to say bigger and better rockets, but not necessarily usable. Sometimes the smaller rockets were better for what they were doing. Well, yeah, I haven't really got into it. Let's go ahead and get everything set up. Let's just call this Captain. I don't know if I can put a space in there. Captain Adonis, and we're gonna do. There it is. Bob gave me an El Pappy gave me a pirate beat. Yeah.
This is the tale about the captain down below, the pirate who played the piano. His skin was so pale and his fingers were so blue, he played the only melody he knew. This is the tale about the captain down below, the pirate who played the piano.
And you know what? I'll wait till it's over.
So pale and his fingers were so blue, he played the only melody he knew.
I love that song. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, El Pepe. Bob, that's my Bob. He's from the Mahula group, right? So, if you didn't catch the name of my space agency there, it's a television commercial. Okay, we got to play that one for you too, Bob.
It's a television commercial.
All right, so we got to pick our flag. We named our agency Adonis Space Section, so I could get ASS, ASS. Because I think that's just, I couldn't think, what's another word? So Adonis Space what? Section that doesn't sound right. What do you guys think? It's got to be an S though. Adonis Space Section, the best I could come up with. And then we got to pick a flag. And I kind of like, I don't know, I kind of like this flag, the rocket. Although it should be an exploding rocket because I'm probably going to blow some shit up. Let's see. Kevorkian Space Agency. But that's KSA. That's KSA. I mean, the initials are KSA. Come on, Bob. We want ASS. So Adonis Space Station, but it's not really a space station. Space, what other words are S that have to do with rocketry? KMA? You're into that Kevorkian thing. Scientists? Adonis Space Science? Ooh, I like that. Maybe just science. Adonis Space Science. ASS for short. Science. I need to get that. I need to get that one. That one's a good one, Bob. I need to get one of those sound bites that just say science. Because I got this one.
Way to go, a-hole!
Because, yeah, that's going to be it. All right, so we need a flag. What do you think for flags? I don't know. This one kind of looks kind of cool. You know, it's a Kerbal Space helmet. That one's all right. This is probably more about what we're going to be really like. We go. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. That'll be my saying. We go deep into black holes. So we probably want to take that one. That looks like a black hole. That probably looks like a black hole. All right, let's change the colors here. What do you think? Purple? we explore the black holes. All right, setting the colors. That'll be the color of our... So these colors that I'm setting are the agency colors. That'll be the colors of our rocket. First time user experience. I don't know. When enabled, you will receive additional information outside of tutorials that will explain features and concepts when first encountered. This option cannot be disabled for a campaign once enabled. Okay, we'll shut it off. You guys. All right. I don't like the purple. Let's go blue. Brah. I don't have that. I don't have that one either. I've got this one.
You've got mail.
All right, so yellow and blue. I like that. Or gold and blue. I mean, you know, that's fine if you are. All right. So we're gonna go with those colors. We're gonna go with that that flag. Our motto is "We dig deep, we fly," or we fly deep into black holes. We have no fear of the black hole. All right, so I played around with this a little bit because you know it is real world physics, so you have to kind of do some stuff, calculate it out. But for the most part, the game's pretty good as far as keeping it real. Now, this version so far doesn't have the campaign part where it has the tech tree and you earn science to be able to unlock it all. So right now, if I go to the vehicle assembly bay, which is this building here, That's where we design our rockets. The training center, this building here, is where you can, if you've never played Kerbal Space Program, which is the best thing about this game right off the bat, is the training. It does everything. Shows you how to build a rocket from scratch, take it up into space, orbit, and move your trajectory, doing burns, to be able to contact another planet. Everything in the VAB, in the Vehicle Assembly Bay, is already unlocked. Everything froze up. Let me check. Hold on. Let me check my stream. It looks like I'm actually live and everything's working good. Let's give the peace sign right there. Okay, see if that comes up in stream. Yep. Okay, so I'm live. I'm working. Catalyst, it could be yours. Just, back out, come back in. But I'm not showing any. Okay. All right. It's all good. Okay. All right. It's all good. Yep. All right. So let's go back to looking at this stuff. So we live in the world of that. Trust me. The training center is, like I said, we'll go to it. Here's all the tutorials. So each one, this one has 7 tutorials, 6, 4, and 4. So we've got, 21? 21 tutorials, and it takes you from the very basics of space flight and how it works, to being able to do orbital training. They're really good. I went through all of them in my first game play, just to learn where everything was at. Yeah, right. So Page is what Bob's talking about is Page is the training Kerbal. So we'll just watch this one. How do rockets work? The game's paused while we do this. There's Page, and there's our simulator. It looks like several of the games I used to play when I was young. The arcade. Do they even have arcades anymore? I don't know that they do.
Space is the place.
Space is the place. So they make it deliberately cartoony. Kerbals are their own race.
So you want to get to space. Have you tried rockets? Rockets use fuel and engines to create thrust, which propels them forward. When a fuel tank is empty, it is dropped to stay as lightweight as possible, allowing the rocket
Dave and
to go
Buster's,
even
all right.
faster. These tanks, as
Yeah,
well
we
as
have
other
Chuck E.
extended parts of the
Cheese.
rocket, are called stages. Different stages do different things. Often the first stage is very powerful, with just enough fuel to get the vehicle through the atmosphere. The second stage usually has a low-thrust engine that, while not as powerful, is more fuel efficient.
All right, we've had enough of Page. Anyway, so if you get the game, I definitely highly recommend going through the tutorial. You'll probably have to go through the tutorial 3 times. I did that. I was trying to land on the moon. They call it the MUN, M-U-N. And it was just setting the burn rate and getting it to line up and intercept the planet, the other planet. we'll go to the tracking station and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this right here is Kerbal. Oh, I guess I call it Kerbin. Kerbin. This right here is the moon, or mun. So focus. There's the mun. So it looks just like our moon, you know. You can manipulate it all around, so you can see everything on it. It's really cool. So let's go back to Kerbin. I exited out. You can do the same thing with Kerbin. You can zoom in. Give it a sec to refresh. Oh, maybe not. Can we not zoom in all the way? Oh, interesting. All right, well, guess you can't zoom in as much as you can. But, you know, there's desert parts and forest, water. I mean, it's an Earth-like planet. And then Midness is another, so that one is just a little further out. So there's our sun, Kerbal. Where is where's Kerbin? God damn it. Yes. Tracking station. Why is... Alright. So that is Mimnus. So that's in our orbital path. And then outside our orbital path... Okay, there we go. So we are 3 rings in, just like we are... No. Are we 3 rings in on Earth? For Earth? I don't think we are. Great. But then there's several other planets. This is kind of a wobble. It's a little closer over here than it is out here. So when you're planning your flight, if you wanted to go to this one, you'd want to plan for it when it was over here. Third rock from the sun. So we are, yeah. And then from what I understand, this is our solar system. You know, we will be having more solar systems. Eve. Focus on Eve. Okay, there's Eve. Eve's a purple planet. And then that's Billy. Or Gilly. Let's focus on Gilly. Let's zoom in there. Gilly looks like a big rock. Not much to that. But what you're going to be able to do in the future is actually land on any of these planets, set up a base or a colony, and, you know, ship supplies out there, I guess, would be Moho. Let's figure out where Moho's at. Moho's right there. Moho looks like another moon. The Moho moon. What else is... Nothing. Okay, that's in the Eve system. Nope, that's all by itself. Duna has 2. So there's Duna. That's like Mars. When you start looking at it, you know, it's got the polar ice cap up there. And then, so this is what they've been working on for KSP2, is they've just been doing the planets and so on and so forth. Here's Ike. So maybe that's like the face on Mars, maybe. But it looks like a tit. Just saying. Does. It's a boob. It's a nipple. Instead of a face on Mars, we have a nipple on Mars. Then we got this one's all by itself too. So another worthless lump of rock. Ooh. Well, they didn't want to make it like Earth-based. So they resemble it, but because the Kerbals are these little, where's my little Kerbal? I got a little Kerbal my buddy made for me on his 3D printer, and because I was playing KSP1 so much, so here's my little Kerbal that I have. My buddy Zanfan GMR made this for me on his 3D printer. It's pretty cool. And then I had my son paint it. In KSP1 and those videos, if you want to go back and watch them, we actually had a modifier on the program that would allow me to change the names of the actual astronauts or Kerbalnauts. And we named them with people that that were in the stream, which was really cool. Now this one's so new, it doesn't have that yet. But I imagine somebody smart out there in programming is going to find out how to change the names. So we're going to go into the VAB. Yeah. There's the launch pad, and we didn't really look at the launch pads. So, well, we'll go in and build a rocket first. So this is what I was talking about. Everything is unlocked. So we could make a big, huge, large rocket, which would be like the Apollo and the Titans in real world. But you have to put a pod on. You have to start off with that first. Now this is that was all of them right there. But they have a favorites. And I guess I don't have any favorites. But you could post favorites in there. We're just going to use the tin can. Yeah, we'll just do a simple rocket just to get us up and going here and just see what it's like. We're going to just use a little bit of fuel. So we put this small fuel tank on there. Can zoom in and we can spin around and look. So there's our hatch right there. This is our hatch. That's our window. Next thing we want to put on there is an engine. So this has all the stats. This will give us 188 kilonewton thrust at 1 atmosphere. I don't know if we'll actually make it into atmosphere, but we'll use that engine. This one gives me this one gives me 200 and let's do that. Let's take this one away. Let's use this one because this does 221. There we go. Yeah. And then we need a parachute. So those are structures, engine mounts, adapters. We've got couplings to be able to separate one stage from another stage. So we've got a stack separators, we've got stack decouplers. Like I said, all this stuff you have to learn how to use. Radial decouplers. So if you have, go back to our fuel tanks, we scroll all the way down. We got different types of fuel tanks. So these ones are methalox, and this is methane and monopropellant, xenon, hydrogen, and then a fuel line to connect if we had to. And then the same way with the engines. Different types of engines. Solid fuel boosters. So if I wanted to put a booster on here, I would have to put a way of dropping the boosters after they've used up. Now these are solid fuel, so once they're done, they're just empty, just dead weight. So it's best to eject them. So let's see, what else do we need here? We need a parachute, because we don't want to kill our Kerbal. Engine mounts, let's see, I think parachutes are utility? Yeah. So this one, impact tolerance 12 meters per second, 12 meters per second, and 12 meters per second. So they're all the same. It's just weight-wise. So this is the lowest weight. Oh, that's a side chute. I don't want that. I want one on the top. There we go. Ooh, that looks terrible. Alright, so let's take an extra small. Will that work? That looks better. Well, it still says we have the same parachute impact tolerance. So, and then I'm going to put some legs on this. Let's see, where was that at? That was under ground. Yeah. So we're going to put some legs on it. Now, I'm only putting one leg on. Well, I want 3. So you just change this to 3, and there we go. We can put 3 legs on it. That way when we land, hopefully those legs will be long enough. Let's extend the legs. Oh, see, those legs aren't going to be long enough. So let's just grab them and put them down. And it still ain't going to be long enough. Damn it. Alright, well, let's get rid of those legs. What about these medium legs? Will those be long enough? And why are they... Oh. Alright, I think that'll work. Right? Yeah. Looks like it'll come right down. Alright. Kind of an odd mechanic, but whatever. That's alright. Alright. So we got the legs on there, so when we land, the parachute. Alright. So I think we're good to go for our first rocket. We can check the engineer's report. This will tell us if we have any problems. Missing RCS precision maneuvering for docking. Okay, well, we're not going to be docking, so we don't need an RCS. So, looks like we're good to go. Yeah. Alright, we're not going anywhere. So this is a trip planner, so say I wanted to go to the moon, right there. This would tell me if I had enough propulsion to get there. I need 5,120 propulsion, and this one only has 923. So I'm not even close. This thing would never make it to the moon. So that's a really cool tool, this trip planner that they've put in there. I really like it. It's helped me out. All right, and this is, oh, my groups. Yeah. So right now what's going to happen is if I hit the space bar to take off, my rocket's going to fire and my parachute's going to deploy. So I need to move my parachute up. So I want to fire my rocket with one push, and then push of the space bar activates your stages. And then the next push would be my parachute. And we'll show you how to do that. This is the Kerbal that is going to go up into this rocket. And we are going to replace Bill Kerman with Bob. We got to use you, Bob. Sorry. We're going to use Bob Kerman. They're all named Kerman, so I'm guessing they're all related. Woot! All right, so we got Bob in the cockpit. Now, in KSP-1, each time your astronaut would go up, each time your astronaut or your Kerbal Naut would go up into space and gather science and stuff, they would gain experience. And then they could go up in level. So, which is a good thing, you know, if you're trying to level up your astronaut and take him from noob astronaut to special mission commander Bob. So, as soon as I find out how to change the names of all the people, we will be doing that. So, Catalyst, you'd have your own Kerbal Naut, and Bob would have his, because when you look at your cockpits, this is a 5-seat cockpit. That's also a large rocket. But I could take 5 people with me, and we could go to the moon and boom, drop down and land on the moon or somewhere else and set up a space station, unload cargo, because we've got payload. Where's the payload? Engines, structures, couplings, payload. So we've got all these different cargo bays, which are kind of cool. Then you get into crew cabins where you can take more people. So this crew cabin is a 2-seat cabin. This one right here is 8 more people. So in the campaign game for KSP1, you could take on a mission that would say, hey, we want to take civilians up into space and you know, just up into orbit just a little bit and then come back down, and we'll pay you so much Kerbal bucks. So I built a couple of ships that had multiple seats, so I could take lots of people up there. So I started making just buku bucks in Kerbal Space Program 1. Haven't got that way here. Now these trusses and all this stuff, that's to make space stations, and you know, you have science, you know, cargo bays that are science related. Oh, there's a 16-seat crew cabin. Holy crap. So that's new. 16 seats. Wow, I could kill a lot of Kerbals off with that. All right, so we're ready to go for our short jaunt. That's what we're going to do tonight. We're just going to launch a ship up into the atmosphere. Don't know that we'll make it into space because I only put a little bit of fuel in. But I just wanted to show you guys how this new Kerbal Space Program works. You got total control of the camera, however you want it to look. I didn't put any fins on this, so hopefully she'll just go straight up and come straight back down. But there's... We're going to call this the mini grasshopper. All right, Bob, are you ready for your initial flight? Here's Bob Kerbin up here. He's all ready. He looks happy. He's not smiling yet. So we're going to go down here and hit the go button. Throttle's all ready. This is your throttle. It's already at 100%. You was born ready. SAS is on. That's basically its stability assist systems. And then you could set, like, if you wanted to go retrograde or prograde. You have to learn all these science terms. It's a cool game. It really is. Teaches you a lot about rocket science. All right, here we go. And we're going to have a countdown. And it's in Kerbal. And there we go. We're off and running. Woohoo, baby. All right, this right here is our fuel supply, and we are out of fuel. So that's about as much fuel as we could have. Now, this right here is your thrust, or I'm sorry, that's your altimeter. This is our forward thrust. We're at 350 meters per second and falling. So eventually we're going to have to hit the button again and deploy our parachute. We are still going forward up in the air. So we're at 15,000, 16,000 kilometers. As soon as I start to see us dropping and we're going negative kilometers, where we're no longer going forward, I will deploy the chute. See, you could try to land on those islands over there or splash down in the water. We're going to come right back down on top of our space center here. All right, now we are falling. So I'm going to deploy the chute. There we go. So now our chute's deployed, and we're at 17,000. It won't open until we hit about 5,000. So what it's doing now is, because the chute's not fully open, it's acting like a drogue. It's just slowing us down, so we don't go too fast and rip the chute right off. Right off our ship. So we definitely want to deploy our legs. We're at 9,000 meters. So let's do a leg extension. There we go. And this is the way we'd land on another planet too. I mean, we could totally land this way. Looks like we're going to be just off center. Uh-oh, Bob! Bob! Oh, shit. Our chute ripped off. Bob! Bob Kerbin is going to die. We're going to impact the ground. Oh, no. You know that Bob, that big red button? That big red button that you're not supposed to press? Yeah. All right, well, we get to watch this massive explosion now, and we're going to kill Bob off. All right. Sorry, Bob. It was shiny button. Yeah.
I love gold.
All right, here goes. So this is half of what Kerbin's all about. Kerbal Space Program. So our first one, these are our records. The mission time was 21 minutes. Highest altitude, 18,400 feet. Oh, I guess this is all in meters. Highest speed was over land was 280 meters. Highest speed overall was, what is that, 600 or 800? I don't know. I can't read that. Yeah, and our Bob died. Okay, so we're going to revert back to the VAB and adjust the parachute, because I think that parachute wasn't strong enough, because that was a small parachute. So we're going to put the bigger parachute on, and we'll do this mission one more time, and we'll see if Bob's even in the list anymore. All right, parachutes under. I was down here in utilities. All right, let's get rid of this one. For the parachute, you can put. See, that just looks dumb. Looks like a. You know what that looks like? That looks like a probe droid from Star Wars. I want to check a meteorite that crashed on the ground near here. Drogue parachute. That's a radial mount. And that's the one I had on there. So, I don't get it. I did a small capsule. I did the tin can. Oh. Alright. So, the last time I did this, I did small. Because that's a 3-seat pod. I didn't do 3. Alright, so let's try that. Let's see. Nope, Bob, you're still alive. So, in a campaign mode, if this was actually working that way, you would have lost that Kerbal. That Kerbal would have been dead. But since we're not doing that, this is just the beginning. We are just going to... What's really cool, did you guys notice that the water... There's the water. And then there's... Oh no. So I think that's really cool that they have the water effects like they would on a regular launch platform. And we're out of fuel. Yeah. So you could do a spacewalk, and that's one of the science things you can do. But you have to do it going slow enough. All right, we're approaching our apex, and it looks like there we are. Now we're heading down. We only reached 12,800 this time because that parachute is heavier than the last one. So let's go ahead and deploy. And let's get our legs retracted. There you go. Extend the legs. Ooh, now she's starting to waver now that the legs are there. You see that? Starting to... See all the parachute cords? Right? Okay, 5,000, 4,500, 4,000, 3,500. When's the chute gonna open? 3,000, 2,500, 2,000. Anytime now. Anytime. Whew. There we go. It deployed at 1,000. I think you can adjust those, you know, by clicking on here. Deploy settings. Yeah. So you could deploy it at minimum pressure or altitude. So yeah, it's set for 1,000. So I could change that. But now we want to land less than 7 meters per second. I think is the key goal there, and we're at 8. I don't remember what these legs can take. We'd have to look at them in the VAB and see. Oh shit. I think we're going to land almost right back on the platform. So we're 250 meters, 200 meters. We're still coming down at 8.3 though. So let's see what happens here when we finally hit the ground. I hope we're not going to hit the tower. Yeah, it looks like we're coming right back down to the same spot. So, SpaceX, eat your heart out. Ha ha! Successful landing. I don't think my landing... Yeah, my legs aren't quite long enough, so I landed on the rocket. I need to extend my rocket legs down just a little bit more. All right. Let's recover the vessel. And there's successful. So, we blew up the first time because we didn't have the right parachute. And now we've got the right parachute. Let's see, revert to launch, tracking station, or close. Okay, and then let's go to VAB. I was afraid it was going to do that. So we could load a vehicle. Fly safe. Is that mine? Oh, that says save. I don't want to save. I want to load. Oh, that's because that's load. Whoop. There we go. There's load. Workspace. This would have been the last one, right? Time 6:51. Yep, that would have been the most current. All right. So we need to take this. Lower the legs a little bit. All right, I think we're good there. And, oh, that's the wrong parachute. So this was the one before we changed it. I suppose we could do radio mount parachute. We'll do, why not? Let's do 3. I don't want to put them in front of the door. That'll block the viewport too. So I can't do 3. Could just do 2. Or just 1. See how that works out. So see, this is part of the experimental stuff. You can just do whatever you want and place it wherever you want. Let's move it down a little bit more. Yeah, that's all right. Just kind of magnetize it onto the side there. Then we've got communications, we've got antennas, and here's solar arrays. There's some solar panels. If we went up high enough into space. So for this stream, because I've been streaming for what, like 30 minutes, I wasn't going to do a lot tonight because I just wanted to get this game out there and get people knowing that I'm playing it. But let's this time we'll go up and we'll try to land somewhere else, not land necessarily back on the station. All right, so who's the Kerbal in charge here? Bill. See, and I was wondering about that, because see, once you went up and you did your thing, Bob, you're no longer in the list anymore. So, and it's showing 10 Kerbals instead of 11. So, in this particular version of KSP2, once you do something, you're done. So, I don't want to get rid of Bill yet. Let's do her, Sharik, and this is her she shed. This is Sharik's she shed. Should we put a little more fuel? Nah, we don't need a little more fuel. We'll just do this hot little jump. We're just gonna take out this parachute. Here goes the water. The sparks for ignition. Whoa. Okay. Now I need to gimbal it out. I want to gimbal the other way. No, 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 not that way, not that way, not that way, not that way. Shit. Ran out of fuel. Okay, I'm going to land in the water. I think. Maybe. Yes, I think I'm going to land in the water. So this will be a water rescue. Holy crap, we didn't go up very far at all. 10,000. We don't have much more forward velocity. Well, there is the speed, there's speed up. We can definitely speed it up. Now here we're falling. And so if you don't want to wait and you think you're doing good, then you just speed it up. And then you watch, we're down 6,000, 5,000. Yep. We're totally going to hit the water. So this will be a water rescue. And there we go. And we're in the water. So yes, it is all about rocketry. Oh, what is this? Your flight will revert to the launch. No. What did I say? Oh, revert to the VAB. Alright, so let's just go to the VAB. Alright, so we're going to do, for our last little mission here, we're going to go ahead and make a large rocket. I don't want to put 5 people in space, though. So we're going to do a single seat, but we're going to use large fuel. Large fuel? Extra large. Let's do extra large. So we'll do extra large. Let's grab this thing and move it up. Let's put a couple of them on there. Okay, and so there's 3 cans of fuel, of large fuel. Let's go to the engines. There we go. Got the fuel, we got the rocket. Okay, better put some aerodynamics on it. Put some stabilizers on it. We want 3. We'll put those about there, and we're going to put some solid fuel boosters. They done this one? No, they're on this one. There you go, solid fuel boosters. Oh, they don't have any large ones. All right, well that's fine. Let's do 8 of the smaller ones, but we need couplings. Radial couplers, extra large. Oh, we don't need extra large, we need mediums. All right, go back to engines. Go. Better put a cap on them, so we need aerodynamics. Payloads, aerodynamics. There we go. So we got 8 solid fuel boosters And we're going to do those in 2 stages. So let's see, I need to add one stage. Main rocket up to there. These got to be turned around. I can't just bring one down? Okay, well, that's going to be an issue then. Alright, well, we'll just fire all 8 of them. Then we'll get rid of them, and then we'll have the secondary engine. We don't plan on coming back. So we got this tiny little capsule. We're just going to go right out into space. We should probably... Nah, we'll just leave it like that. We'll jettison the 8 solid fuel boosters, but everything else will stay on this rocket. And we'll just send them out to space. So who are we sending? We want to send... let's see. Who's got a really dumb name? Tim. Let's send Tim into space forever. Alright, so here's our rocket. Very basic rocket. Let's go. So this will be the last thing we do for tonight. Whoa! Okay. What happened there? Did I not have them in the right order? Revert to VAB. Had something wrong. I guess I put the booster things that blow it off before I put the boosters. So we need to swap those around. Duh. So I thought that was firing of the rockets. Next stage is that. So why did it do that? Oh, maybe because it's so big? Alright, so I gotta put a clamp. Oh, okay, that clamp's like huge. Alright, get rid of the clamp. Alright, well, we'll put it on there and see what it does. So I think what happened is, no, see the boosters are falling off. Why are they falling off? I don't understand why the boosters are falling off. Alright. Well, let's revert back to VAB. Maybe I'll get rid of... I'll just do like 2. Maybe there's just too many. But I thought it could sit there on the... I know it can. Alright, get rid of this. I don't need that. It's all down here. I think I have these too low. Alright. Whoop. Let's just do 4. All right. Let's try that. Okay, it's falling right off. Right? Okay, so those rocket that hold the solid boosters, those aren't strong enough apparently for the weight of the rocket. So let's do 3 of these, and let's get rid of that one. Do the large, and we're going to do 3, and we're going to put them in between our fins. There we go. Now that looks like a rocket. Oh, yeah, and it should sit on this down here, right? By all means, it should. All right. So we changed 2 things up. Whoa! Okay, that didn't work either, Bob. So I can't build a big rocket, apparently. Maybe I need 2 sets of those decouplers. Yeah, let's do 2 sets of these decouplers. All right. Now let's try it. Oh, come on. Launch. All right. All right, now I probably need the strut. So we'll put the strut on there. Good thing we got Kerbals to spare. Not coupling structure. Yeah. Maybe we'll put 3 of these on there too. All right, let's try that. So that should hold us upright. It is. Okay. And let's go. Let's see if this works, Bob. Okay, it released us. But oh my God. All right, one more time. One more fix. One more fix. Oh crap. I think he did. All right, so what is going on? This is... Oh, these need to be in the same... Okay, hold on. What are these? Okay, look. Takes off. Okay, clamps go. And then this is going. Why are these releasing? So we need the boosters to go off. And these to go up here with that. Okay, so now the clamps release. No, we want... Yes, we want the clamps and this to go at the same time. Clamps and ignite the rockets. Then eject them, and then that one. All right, here we go. This is going to work, Bob.
Zaid, Ereun, Oko, Eteis, Sier, Oknik, Ortau, Ser, Sod, Onu.
What? Oh my God. All right, so those solid fuel boosters aren't enough to get this off the ground. Like NASCAR. All right. So, yeah. Should we put the bigger V8 in it, Bob? Sure. All right. So these boosters obviously are not enough to get this rocket off the ground. So we're just going to have one. We're going to fire. I can't reverse those. There we go. All right, so we're going to fire the rocket, and then we're going to release the tower, and then go. Here we go. This will work. Guaranteed. It's a Kerbal guarantee.
Zaid, Ereun,
It's
Oko,
way up in the air.
Sier, Oknik, Ortau, Ser, Sod, Onu.
Okay. So there's not enough thrust. What the hell? All right. So the engine isn't strong enough to lift all that weight? I guess I should have checked the engineer's report. This is a calamity of calamities right here. All right. So let's look at the engine. I mean, we did the largest one. All right, so that's max thrust of 341 kilonewtons. Oh, that's why. That's the wrong engine to begin with. We want this one, 3700. Yeah, we want this big boy right there. That should take us up. All right, so let's look at the engineer's report. Thrust to weight ratio is less than 1. Vehicle will not leave the launch pad. Vehicle has a command pod but no parachute. So it's still saying it's not enough to get off the pad. And these are enough. These provide 2,900 thrust. What does it say we're at? 0.6 thrust to weight. Jesus. All right. Thrust to weight 1.3. That should be enough. But I'm not ejecting the boosters. And we're going to fire everything at once. We'll release and fire everything at once. All right. Guaranteed to work now? I don't know. What could go wrong? All right, I give up, guys. I give up. That's a half hour of me fucking around with just one rocket. Oh my god. Right?
It's a television commercial.
All right, guys. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. So our first adventure, I guess I don't know how to build a very large rocket ship, because that didn't work. The engines just came off. All right, let's one more try. We're gonna take and we're gonna add one more stage here, and we're gonna move that one up. So just the 8 will fire, and not that one. And see if it'll get off the ground. Do you think we need the stand? I didn't put the couplings on it. They're mounted permanently to the rocket. So all 8 of those are mounted perfect. All right, this gives me a 1-to-1 rate thrust to weight or a thrust to weight ratio. I'm lifting 2,000 tons. All right, so that's going to fire, and then that'll fire. So let's see how this works. It should just sit right on the launch pad. Okay. I didn't put the cones on it, but... It's liftoff! Go Falcon 9. I think this is more like Falcon 5. Holy shit. I haven't even I don't think my wings are working. Okay, I burned halfway through my solid fuel. I'm at 5,000 meters. impressive. Look at that smile on his face. On Tim's face. Maybe it's not a smile. Maybe his cheeks are being pushed back to his ears. Okay, we're out of fuel. And ignite. See if we can get out of orbit, or get into orbit with this. It'd been nice to eject those boosters, but doing on our yep. We'll put it into orbit. I was gonna let it go out of the state, out of the, you know. So what we'll do is we'll put this in orbit, and then we'll send another vehicle up there to rescue Tim from this vehicle. We'll have to do a spacewalk. Tim will have to go from there to another ship, but that'll be fun. Look at how glowy that gets. Red hot. I mean, they put a lot into the graphics part of this. All right, let's see if I got. All right, 47. I'm actually going down 36,000 feet. What the hell? We're doing a flip. No, we didn't make it. I did something wrong. I don't know what I did wrong. But yeah, Tim's face is not happy. So let's go ahead and revert back. And I'm going to call it right there, guys. We're going to call it a stream. I got an hour in, which is pretty good. We did not get into orbit. I tried to do something too big, too fast. So, you know, apologize for that. But guys, don't forget, hit that follow button for me. I'm trying to hit, 330 followers. Yeah. Okay, I will do that. You saved it on that, Bob. I will, I'll pull that old crap. I'll pull a new soundbite for that. That sounds good. Don't forget to hit that follow button for me in Twitch, and hit that subscribe button for me over in YouTube. I do upload all these videos over to YouTube, so you can watch them at any time you want, forever and ever. And yeah, thanks for watching me tonight, and we'll do some more Kerbal. I mean, right now there's not a lot to do in Kerbal Space Program 2, except build rockets and play with them and see how they work and everything. But I'm sure all that's going to be adjusted and so on and so forth. So I don't know how often I'll stream this. But for right now, I'm having fun with it. I would like to put a Kerbal on the moon. I came really close. I didn't use a giant rocket like this one, though. So maybe we'll go back to the medium rockets. I can, well, or the smalls. I can control them a little better. I do have a design that I did where I actually intercepted the moon, but I didn't have enough fuel to land on the moon. So I gotta come up with just a little bit more fuel on my second stage to allow me to land on the moon. So we'll go from there. So hey everybody, thank you. I am Captain Adonis, and I am out.